first of all, we're gonna do some inside work, and then we're gonna go to do some outside work. And when we go outside, we're gonna kind of divide up into two different groups. There's gonna be times though, when one of the groups that knows a little bit more is actually gonna help teach some of the other things. So today, first, we're just gonna look at the rubrics to remind you what you're being scored on. J term is gonna be like a separate report card. And so you're gonna get a grade in all of these different areas for all of your different seminars. So for instance, in this one, you'll get a grade for this part. So adjusting the communication means like, okay, who am I gonna be presenting this to? I'm not just gonna stand up in front of a class like I do my regular presentations. People are gonna be coming to my table and looking at my presentation. How can I make sure that they understand what I learned? So that's a great example. I can engage my audience and speak in a way that is fluid and
We'll
confident.
show you some ideas of projects, but do you think there are times when you're going to have to look up something, like if you want to pull apart a carburetor, that you're going to have to look up how to pull apart a carburetor? Yeah. Do you? Okay, so we're going to make sure that you're not just pulling things apart for no reason, that you're actually pulling them apart and putting them back together correctly. Like, you guys rinsed out the air filters. Could you look up information on the best way to rinse out an air filter? What, instead of water, what things? I can tell you that YouTube can be a credible source for this particular class when it comes to pulling apart a small engine, for example. And then
But also your resource could be the guy that visited on Friday. Did he give you some information that now you're gonna use when the next time that you do something on a small vehicle?
Am I going, what do I wanna do? Does it change who I am and what I wanna do? Does that make sense?
Or it could be, now that I do know how to check, you know, to see air pressure in my tire, or I know how to jump start a car. Could be something like that you could use in the future.
Or when my mom has a flat, I can fix my tire for right now. But when you get your license, if you know how to change a tire, that's gonna be really helpful. So think about what's most powerful for you for this class. This is like probably the most important part of your project. This is a big part of the communication grade and the reflection grade.
Doing it.
I like it because I forget stuff so easily. And so the writing it down, I can't stand doing it. But now that they're like, write about what you did, all that, I'm like, well, what did I do? And I can just look back through my notes, and I like to be organized, so I have it all by date and everything. And so it's really just simple. You can look back, this is what I did. It's like, oh great, so put that right here.
So like for our CPR, we have a full format, and if the community wants to see it the day we present, they can see it and see what we did this day, who came in, and what they talked about.
Yeah.
Instead of just saying, oh, an EMT came in this day. Yeah. It's like they talked about doing chest compressions, how far we should do them, what we should do.
Yeah.